All right, let's dive right in. We're about to explore the strange, kind of bewildering, but honestly, absolutely fascinating new world of SocialFi.
So picture this, it's late 2025. All of a sudden, this thing called SocialFi just explodes. It was like a brand new gold rush. And while the crypto-savvy folks were going nuts, the rest of us, well, we were pretty much just left scratching our heads. And this brings us to our guide for this whole journey. Bartholomew, let's just call him Barty Buttercup. Now, Barty's a guy who, let's just say, was completely lost in all this. I mean, his idea of social networking was chatting with his neighbor over the fence. So yeah, all this new tech jargon, it just wasn't clicking. Somehow, though, Barty got swept up in the whole thing. He looks at his portfolio one day and it's interesting. He's not invested in stocks anymore. Nope. He's holding digital tokens for some, let's say, very specific online personalities.
I mean, look at this. We're talking a cat influencer who specializes in interpretive dance, a self-proclaimed expert in artisanal pickle fermentation, and a whole bunch of others. Yeah, this is not your grandpa's portfolio, that's for sure.
So what's the secret sauce here? How is any of this even possible? Well, all the finfluencers popping up on Barty's feed were all talking about one thing, one key piece of the puzzle that made it all work.
And that thing is the creator token. Basically, think of it like buying stock, but instead of buying a piece of a company, you're buying a piece of an online personality. It's a digital asset that lets you, the fan, invest directly in their influence.
So how do you actually back a creator? It's kind of like this. First, you find a personality you're into. Then you take some of your crypto and you stake it in what's called their liquidity pool. In return, you get their unique creator token, and then you hope their influence and your investment goes to the moon. For Barty, the best example of this whole thing in action wasn't on some screen. It was right next door. Yep, his neighbor Agnes, who it turns out is way more tech-savvy than he thought. She told him, "It's all about community, dear, and the inherent value of a perfectly executed pearl stitch." See, she created the Granny Knits token after one of her tutorials on how to crochet a, get this, decentralized doily just went completely viral. But this right here, raises the huge question. What is this value really based on? I mean, what gives a knitting token or a pickle token its worth? What are people actually buying? Well, there are a few theories floating around. Some say it's all about community support, genuine fans. Others think it's about the utility of the content itself. But then there's the other big slice of the pie, pure hype and maybe, just maybe, a little bit of collective delusion. And Barty saw this hype firsthand. He had a front row seat to the madness with his Pickle Pro tokens. Look at this chart. Before the debate, the token's value is just kind of sitting there. But after the creator gets into a heated online argument about the perfect dill to cucumber ratio, boom, it shoots up 200%. No joke, that's what moved the market. Pickles. So faced with this, let's be honest, this absolute absurdity, Barty just kind of decided, you know what, I'm not even going to try to overthink this. He realized maybe trying to figure out the why wasn't the point. Instead, he made a new plan. His old plan was to invest in others. His new plan? Become the investment himself. Yeah, he was too busy. He was planning his own creator token. He figured he had his own unique expertise that the world was just waiting for. And here it is, Barty's brilliant bloviations. What's it backed by, you ask? It's the world's first token backed by profound insights into, wait for it, digital hamsters. Yes, digital hamsters. And that really leaves us with this final question, right? In a world where anyone, and I mean anyone, can create their own market, what does value even mean anymore? It makes you think. If influence is the new currency, what are you an expert in?